Hello and welcome to another Beardy David Vlogmas video. It's Cosy Reading Night tonight. It's Christmas Cosy Reading Night tonight. I love Cosy Reading Nights. It's really helped me come on as a reader over the past year. I have read over 10 books now this year and I am absolutely over the moon. I've never hit my target before. Since Lauren and I started courting, I've always said to her, I want to read 10 books this year. I want to read 10 books this year. I've never done it. I think the closest I got to might have been last year when I read 6 or 7. But now I finally hit it and I'm definitely going to be going over that mark, which I'm so excited about. I really, really am. So I just want to let you know what I'm going to be up to this evening for this Cosy Reading Night. And I'm going to be a busy boy. I'm going to have no time. So normally I like to have a little read on Twitter and see what everybody else is up to. I'm going to have no time this evening. I'm going to be super busy with doing lots of listening and reading. So last Cosy Reading Night, I forgot to do this and I normally do this. So I always start off by reading one of the questions from What If book by Randall Munroe. So basically this is a book where scientists answer people's crazy questions. Like on the back, for example, what would happen if absolutely everyone jumped at the same time? And they actually spend the time looking into this, looking into the answers properly, and seeing if it's physically possible to be done. This is really cool. So what I do is, if you don't know, at the start of every cozy reading session, I read just one of the questions. This is going to be a very long running book for me to read. I'm not planning on finishing it anytime soon, but I really enjoy just reading one and finding out a few facts. So the one I'll be doing on Friday is, if every human somehow simply disappeared from the face of the earth, how long would it be before the last artificial light source would go out? That's an interesting question, and I don't know because I'm not a scientist, but I'll find out soon. And then so the next one, I'm going to be carrying on reading The Miracle on Ebenezer Street by Katherine Doyle. Now, so this is the book that has won Lauren's book competition over on our Patreon page, and then we're actually going to be discussing this in further detail on her Patreon page on Sunday, because this is the book that I chose, and I'm very excited to read this. So it's about George and his father cancels Christmas, and so he's not that excited about Christmas. Who would be? So he's very sad, but now old Marley's back and he's ready to kind of hopefully try and bring Christmas back to his life. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this turns out. Lauren read it and she really enjoyed it, and I'm very much looking forward to it. I think I'm going to get a good amount of this read, and then I will finish it off whatever's left in time for discussing it on Sunday. I did say to Lauren I wanted to read it pretty much as last minute to discussing it as I can, because otherwise I can be a bit forgetful sometimes. But I'm looking forward to finishing that off. And then next up, I'm hoping to be reading quite quickly, is Katherine Rundell's One Christmas Wish. I've said Christmas a lot this past month. It's all, the words losing all meaning to me, I'm afraid. So this is where Theo is left home with a babysitter, and I think he's probably just a little bit lonely. He doesn't have anybody to talk to, and so I think he starts talking to the toys, and I think they come alive. So this is quite a graphic novel-y type one. I mean, look at some of these. Look at some of these pictures. They look beautiful, don't they? Some of the drawings is amazing. So I'm very excited. It was illustrated by Emily Sutton that I've just read. And I think this isn't going to take me too long to read. So I think once I have the first hour with The Miracle on Ebenezer Street, I'm going to take a quick break and fly through this. So the rest of the evening, I'm going to be spent listening to audiobooks. Now, I'm very excited for these audiobooks. They're both very, very Christmassy. I'll talk about the more child-friendly one first, then we'll go on to the other one. So the first one I'm listening to is The Christmasaurus by Tom Fletcher. Now, you've all heard me speak of The Christmasaurus before, been to the show, I've read the book before, and I love some of the songs from it. And I've never listened to the audiobook, so I thought I'd give that a go, because if I can, I'm going to try and squeeze in to read The Christmasaurus and The Wintry Witch, which is the second book, but I'm not going to be able to get that done tonight. That's not on the agenda. I'm looking forward to listening. It's a story of William Trundle, and he gets into sort of mischief with the Christmasaurus, which is a Christmas dinosaur who belongs to Santa, and lots of crazy adventures involving a hunter and a bully and going to the North Pole. It's just a wonderful Christmassy story. And the second audiobook I'm going to be listening to is a little bit less child-friendly, and that is Adam Kay's Twas the Night Shift Before Christmas. Now, this is a follow-up from his first book, This Is Going to Hurt. If you haven't read or listened to it, please go and do that because it is funny. I couldn't recommend it anymore. And I'm really looking forward to getting my ears sunk into this audiobook because he narrates it and he's very, very funny. And his time as a junior doctor sounded like horrendous, but he got some very, very funny stories out of it, like people shoving things where they shouldn't be shoving things and just doing absolutely atrocious things to their body. But overall, it's just such good fun to listen to. I couldn't recommend it more. So whilst I'm going to be listening to them two audiobooks, Lauren, for one of my advent calendar presents, she bought me this amazing Christmas movie colouring book. Look at this, by Wren and Wilson. How cool is that? So it's basically all Christmas movies, just a still of them drawn in this really funky way. And like, look at this Muppet Christmas Carol. Look at that. What else have they got in here? So they got Jingle All the Way, which I absolutely love. So, and then handily, she bought me all these lovely double-ended colouring pencils. So whilst I'm listening to my two audiobooks, I am literally just going to sit at the table, have a lovely Christmassy evening, do a bit of colouring and listen to some cracking audiobooks. So there we have it. That is my Cosy Christmas... No, not Cosy Christmas. Christmas Cosy Reading Night, TBR. Let me know what you're planning on reading down below this evening, and I will see you tomorrow for my next Vlogmas video. Thanks for watching, guys.